50 years ago, let's bring this back in time. Let's say that you're trying to get in shape. What is the first thing you think of to go to get in shape?
God damn, 50 years ago. This is what? 50 years ago was probably like 1970s, like Arnold eras.
Probably you.
This is like the 1970s or 80s.
Fine, let's not dig that deep then. What about
Like an old school gym. All I think about is like old school
Fine,
gym
fine,
or
let's
like
think-
spin class.
fine, maybe like 20 years ago. How about that?
20 years ago.
20 years ago. 30, 50 years maybe too far. Let's say 20
Gym. Let's see. You go to like the spin class.
Did they have those back then?
Yeah, they have it back then. Yeah, they have spin class back then. It got popular in the 80s. Spin class, magazines, trainers, working with trainers if you are new to the gym.
Yo.
I mean, I honestly think nothing has really changed that much if you think about like how people work out. I mean, without technology, that's probably it, you know?
Yo.
Like the old school metal gyms, like with those metal plates.
Yo.
Yeah.
Clanging and banging.
Yep.
Yo.
Yo, some of these old school machines, they got you. They be. I don't know if you ever tried it before.
They heavy, bro.
They
rusty,
Yeah.
and it's like extra weight on it.
Bro, oh my god, those gym machines, yo,
The cables, they're not oiled, so it's like, I don't know, it just feels a little harder too.
it makes you like. I can see how Arnold got big back then, yo. It's like, yeah, these some serious machines.
Yo.
But yeah, so yeah, how do you think working out or personal training has evolved over the years?
Because if I were to go back, not even 50, like 20 years, if I'm trying to get in shape, the first thing I'm thinking is I'm going to a gym and getting help from a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Because that's like the closest thing I can get to. Because, like, yeah, I can read the magazine, but I'm not someone who reads like that. I would go to a personal trainer and work with them in person. But over the years, things have changed. Like, it is very different nowadays. I think ever since COVID, ever since 2020, I'm not trying to be biased as a trainer myself or a fitness coach myself, but there has been an influx of online coaches in this space nowadays.
Do you remember Peloton? Peloton was a
biking.
huge. Oh my god, it was a huge one. Let's see. Internet, Instagram, with TikTok, with YouTube.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Because nowadays, if I'm trying to get in shape, dude, you open up Instagram or TikTok, you already see mad videos on fitness stuff.
Yep.
Like when I started back in 2010, 2012, I would go on YouTube, bodybuilding.com. But nowadays, you don't even have to dig that deep. It's like, it's on your phone every time you open up Instagram and TikTok.
There's so much information out there that you can really take advantage of all the things that you can use to optimize your workouts.
Now, obviously, since you're a physical therapist, and like you work with people in person, and obviously you have to run them through like exercises and the whole 9 yards and everything. Like, in your opinion, what are like the pros and cons to like having someone in person and working with someone in person, like a trainer or even just like a physical therapist or something, than getting advice or help like virtually?
The thing with us, with PTs, is that we're like, our profession is all based off of, you know, the person interactions, like the client interactions.
How so?
A lot of the things that we do are very hands-on, right? So a lot of those mobilization techniques, or like the ones that are more direct to, you know, person skin-to-skin contact, going into activation stuff like neuromuscular activations, you have to be there in person. You know, as much as we think that we can use telehealth, like that's basically like doing like an on video call, doing telehealth. I think that doing a what do you call it, in person, it's honestly like the most effective as of right now at this day and age still. The reason why I say that is because there's so many little tweaks that we need to make in one person that it would be somewhat difficult to do on video. If you tell someone to tighten up your hips in this onto the right side a little bit, or like shift your pelvis over. If you're not there to like physically like show the person, or if you're like there to not, if you're trying to do this on camera, it will be a lot harder. I'm not saying that is not doable, but it
Yeah.
just means that it's a lot harder.
Like you get better feedback.
You get way better feedback in person.
Mm.
Maybe you can just tap on the muscle. They're gonna be, oh, okay, now I know what to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like, yeah, if you look at the person-to-person interaction and what physical therapists do with the client, it's still to this day like better to do it in person.
Yeah.
But I understand that with personal training has changed so much that
Yeah.
you can definitely make that work with remote, which has been a huge trend these days too. Remote training and all that things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I've never been a personal trainer in a gym before, but I've had a lot of friends who used to, like in the gym, working the floor, like working with people one-on-one, like in person.
Like the personal trainers that are working with the clients, right?
Yeah, around the
Okay.
gym and everything, like
Okay.
teaching them how to do exercises, counting the reps and everything. I get it. Coming from someone that's never been in the gym before, it's like you want someone to be there to guide you. Obviously, you don't want to get injured. You don't want to look silly in the gym. Like you don't want to mess anything up, especially if you're like using weights and stuff. It makes sense. But in my opinion, I think you can get a lot more from a virtual coach. In my opinion, unless you're like brand new to the gym.
What can you get out of a virtual coach versus like an in-person?
Yeah.
Like,
Because here's the thing with in-person training. Like to sum it up, you are paying someone to help you count your reps at the gym past the first few weeks of learning how to do the exercise. Like you're basically paying someone to be with you at the gym and to count your reps at the gym. In reality, in your fitness journey, you're gonna see most of your results outside of the gym.
and we're talking just like someone that's working out, like healthy.
Working out, getting healthier, losing weight, building
Okay.
muscle.
Okay.
Because like yes, obviously the workout itself is important. Like you need to break down your muscles, you need to burn calories and everything. But you can go do that super hard workout with your trainer. But then if you just go out with the rest of your life just eating whatever with really bad habits, it's kind of it doesn't align with your goals, if that makes sense.
I see what you're saying. So you're kind of playing with the idea of like, yes, the in-person coach is helpful at the moment, at that time, in
Yeah.
that place.
You know,
But if you're not doing the rest of the things to help you reach your goals outside of the gym,
Yeah.
it's almost counterintuitive.
it's counterintuitive because most of your fitness journey are your habits on a day-to-day lifestyle.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing against personal trainers because there's a time and place for it. Like obviously, hey, if you've never touched a dumbbell before, like obviously get some help and guidance from someone, and it's well worth the money. But I don't think you need an in-person trainer for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for the rest of your life, or like for that matter, like
Yeah.
someone to be there with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people like that.
You know,
You know, some people like the idea of like
Yeah.
someone there to push them.
you know,
I see why it helps and
you
stuff.
know. And
but-
that it is not cheap. Let me tell you though.
Is there a correlation between the people that pay for those services, like that are a little bit higher in, you know, like in income, or like versus someone that has less money? Like, because I feel like it can be a debatable case. Yeah.
Obviously, it depends on the gym you go to. Like, if
Yeah.
you were to go to like Planet Fitness, I don't know if they have trainers, but like if they do, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cheaper. But if you go to Blink, it's definitely gonna be a little bit cheaper. And like the more well-known gyms, like Lifetime, like Equinox, and all those, they're gonna be definitely way more. Dude, I think to hire a personal trainer at the gym at Equinox for an hour is like $200-300
Wait, let me search up how much is it to hire a trainer in Equinox.
for an hour, one
Okay.
session hour.
How much is let's see, 100 or 150.
per session.
Yeah.
Per session.
Yeah. Average NYC rates are 125 an hour.
125 an hour. Let's say you go to the gym 3 times a week. What is that in a week, bro? That's like 375
That's per hour.
for only 1 hour.
If you're there for 2 hours, that's another story.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
But in a month, you're paying over $1,000 for someone to, let's be real, just count your reps at the gym. You can hire a fitness coach online for a couple hundred a month, and they're gonna guide you through your habits outside the gym. They're gonna help you with your workouts, your nutrition, and everything, but also help you make those changes outside the gym as well, which is what's gonna create those long-term sustainable results.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like I don't know how much they will be able to assist you outside of the gym because
Yeah.
once they're out, I mean, once you're out of the gym, they're probably not gonna like talk to you until the next time you come in. Yeah.
That like there are some trainers that keep an eye on you and everything.
Yeah. There are out there. Yeah, don't
But
get me wrong. There's some.
I
good
don't.
ones.
I don't think within their job they're supposed to give you a nutrition plan. It's just simply the workout plan itself.
They'll probably give you the workout plan and then like have you check in with them next time you come in or stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yo,
Yeah.
like this is why I'm super passionate about like this whole fitness thing because yes, obviously your fitness coach is there to help you with your diets and your training. But that's just a piece of the equation.
They're very.
Like you creating a transformation with your body requires you to become a different person. I'm not saying you have to like completely like do a whole 360, cut out all your friends and everything, but it requires you to step out of your comfort zone. It requires you to do things that are a little bit uncomfortable, things that you're not used to be doing.
Do you find it a little bit easier to do that with like a check-in on like a call or something like on a
Yeah.
week-to-week basis?
That what really helps is ongoing consistent communication.
Yeah, I agree.
On a day-to-day, I'm not saying you have to talk to me like every second of the day, but then hey, let me know if something comes up. For example, you're going on vacation. For example, it's someone's birthday. Let's say there's a special occasion. These things are normal trends that happen on a week-to-week basis. But you need to know how to navigate through these if you're trying to go through a transformation. Let's say you're trying to lose like 20 pounds or something.
It's really hard, I guess, to also like hit up your personal coach in the gym when
Yeah.
you're like, hey, I'm going on this thing and help me out.
Yeah.
And then you might not hear back from them, for another 24,
Yeah.
48 hours.
Yo,
And
Yeah.
so I think that's where it gets a little tricky too.
Yeah.
I think the tech and the technology has evolved
yo,
around the idea of personal trainer
yo,
so much so in the
Yeah.
last couple of years
yo.
that we've been seeing like such a huge improvement in people getting the most out of online services
Yo.
and all of these remote coaching.
What really like sparked it was COVID, bro.
Yeah, COVID changed a lot of
'Cause-
things.
'cause think
Yeah,
about it.
COVID.
Let's say you're a personal trainer at the gym, and March of 2020 hits. Everything's shut down. What now? People still got to get in shape.
Yep.
In fact, their health concerns are even higher now because it's like, I need to be healthy now.
People not moving. People are at home, so they're even in worse shape that they have
Yep.
been.
Yep. And what are these trainers gonna do? Obviously, move it online.
Yeah, it was a lot of shift to Zoom sessions, a lot of like shift to like
Yep.
online learning and
Yep.
like coaching
Yep.
was no other.
Yep. By no means am I saying like, oh, yeah, virtual trainers are way better than in-person. There's a time and place for of each of its own, but definitely look into like what it is that you're trying to get from it. If you're trying to get someone to personally guide you in the gym, then that in-person trainer is gonna. They got you. They got your back. But let's say you've been to the gym already. You're kind of comfortable getting in there, doing a few certain exercises. You don't need someone to physically be there with you every single time, but hey, maybe you need some extra guidance. You need that extra push. You need that extra accountability. Then, hey, maybe having that virtual coach might be a little bit better for you. They're not constantly literally in your ear 24/7, but it's like it's an accountability partner, if that makes sense, an accountability relationship, if that makes sense.
So that basically is sums it up. Like if you think about what the service provides, it's like the idea of having someone in your back pocket that's able to be there for you when you need it. It's like, you know, you don't, the person's not physically there, obviously, but from from a call or from a text, it could be as simple as, "Hey, do you mind checking on my routine a little bit? I'm starting to feel a little plateaued here," or stuff like that. And that's
Yeah.
just a matter of reaching out and, you know, like scheduling like a call just to tweak things up a little bit. I think that's so much more helpful than, you know, being able to, you know, have someone by the clock with
Yeah.
you when they're only supposed to be there for example, for an hour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No hate on personal trainers, but a lot of times I'm at the gym, I see a lot of them on their phones.
Oh.
Like, I mean, think about it. The trainer itself, they're a human being too.
Yeah.
And mind you, this guy's been there or girl has been there for 8 to 10 hours.
Damn, that's crazy.
Think about it. If you get personal training, what time you going? Before work and after work.
Yeah, that's true.
That guy's been at the gym since 5 a.m. in the morning till who knows what time at night. The energy that that guy brings at 5 a.m. it's gonna be totally different than when it comes to like 8 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely felt similar way when I first started working too.
Yeah.
Imagine you seeing like patients throughout the whole day, right?
You know,
Like that's actually pretty like intense for
Yeah.
you know, let's say from like if you start at 7, if you end at like 3, that's a
Yeah.
lot of people. Or
Yeah.
like from like if you worked a later shift, imagine you end like 8 p.m.
you know,
Like that's a lot of
Yeah.
people. So you definitely feel the quality
Yeah.
of your energy goes down
Yeah.
a little bit too.
but definitely props to like the in-person even for your physical therapist. If y'all got like back to back to back to back to back, like just one of those days.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't happen all the time, but it
Yeah.
happens some days out of the week. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it does get a little bit busy at times, but hey man, like just here to help people one life at a time. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So have you guys ever worked with like an in-person trainer? You guys worked with like an online trainer? Curious to know y'all's thoughts, your experiences with everything.